Look at their faces on the day that there's a shooting at the school with their kids. 26 kids are dead. I mean, dude looks like he just lost his favorite pair of scuba shorts, and Laura is like, I mean, that's all she can do. Ain't no real tears. I mean, people moving in circles out the firehouse. Gene Rosen abducting kids, bringing them fast past the firehouse, but then he's on that video.
When you work in the broadcast news industry for any length of time, more than 3 or 4 days, you learn to accept that in the course of doing business, you will run across some of the most spectacular, well-meaning, and trying to sound as sincere as possible mental midget idiots Mother Nature could have allowed to escape into the wild, such as false flag experts like the Nimrod you just witnessed talking about Sandy Hook. The ones who promise you'll find those people from Flight 11 who weren't really on board when the plane slammed into the earth on 9/11. Oh, wait, hear that? I said the number 11 twice, which indicates there has to be an alternate dimension where they're still living to this day and are being forced to construct a landing strip for the alien god Xenu as he prepares his occupation plans for the planet. They're called false flags. These days, instead of false flags, we could call them a day in Washington, D.C. For the most part, they're harmless because there are too many conspiracy theorists running around, and they all too often bump into each other and spend their time locked together in a room, taking turns breathing from a gas mask and an air tank designed to ensure nothing from a nearby chemtrail gets sucked into their lungs. Every now and then, one of them turns up in a position of authority, like now. John Hanlon is sheriff of Douglas County in Oregon, top lawman in the county where the most recent mass shooting occurred. No one seemed to flinch when it was made public that in the wake of the Sandy Hook school shooting, the sheriff sent a letter to VP Joe Biden stating his unequivocal support for gun ownership rights, stating that if the president of the United States, the chief executive, whether you like him or not, if he or the Congress, those people we call lawmakers, were to change, or in the sheriff's word, offend the constitutional rights of citizens to own a gun, neither he nor his deputies would enforce the law. In other words, a cop refusing to enforce the law, which in itself makes you wonder how many other laws this Yahoo and his people will just decide don't fit their vision of society and will either refuse to enforce or just make them up as they go along. Now add to it a Facebook post no longer on the sheriff's personal account, linking to a video produced by a cadre of conspiracy theorists who to this day claim Sandy Hook was a false flag. Those grieving parents, they were actors. Dead kids, never happened. And it was all staged so the president and his band of thieves could take away your guns. The elected sheriff of a county in America allegedly believing the rantings and ravings of people trading on the execution of children in order to garner a few thousand YouTube hits and hopefully pay for their new customized tinfoil hats. The elected sheriff of an American county seemingly helping wingnuts profit from the deaths of multiple kids. The sheriff claims he didn't post it, denies it ever came from his hand, but he hasn't provided any evidence to the contrary. Sheriff Hanlon, here, if you did post that link, immediate termination from job, table 1 in Oregon, please. And Sheriff, just in case we're clear on this, here's your open invitation to appear on this show anytime to explain yourself. Now, see, I wouldn't extend the same invite to the reprehensible clowns who make these videos or the psychotic websites who post such bile and claim they're real. See, I'm not going to waste my time with cowards and other belly-crawling vermin. Because you come on this show, partner, you couldn't handle 10 seconds in the light of day. Because I will tear you up and make your life miserable. Quite frankly, because I'll just tell the truth. That's all it takes. And that's enough to bring you down. And that is telling it like it is. You want to talk to me? You can do it. You can tell us what you think. All you have to do is send out an email, send a tweet, get on Facebook. You tell us. I'll be happy to answer. And remember, Sheriff, the invitation stands. Rock on, true believers. See you tomorrow right back here on The Hardline.